Good morning, everybody. It's Pastor John with another edition of Monday Morning Quarterback. So yesterday we talked about one of my favorite parables, the parable of the mustard seed. And we talked about the fact that God's power is revealed when we allow God even a little amount of space to move within us and through us. When we give God a little, God does a lot. The phrase I used during the sermon was, good things come in small packages. God things come in small packages. And what that basically means is, in a world where we are so consumed by the idea of, all or nothing, black or white kind of mentality, kind of thinking, what God is saying and what Jesus is saying in this parable is, if you have a little bit of faith, and if that's all you can muster right now, then you give that to God. You bring that to God. Don't hide it under a bushel basket. Bring it to God, because what God can do with a little bit of faith will be enough to inspire perhaps more faith. And it becomes this reciprocal relationship where we give to God the faith that we have, and God increases our faith through that relationship. And so that's, the whole admonition was basically, if all you have is a little bit of faith, if that's all you can muster, then that's enough in that moment. But bring it to God. Bring it to God. Don't, wait till there's more. Don't wait till you do better. Because one of the ways we get more faith is to act faithfully with the faith that we have. And it reminded me of an email that I got this past week. I subscribe to as a prayer partner for a group called Sabeel North America, and they support the work of a group called Sabeel, and they are a Palestinian Christian organization, and they work through the Christian church. However, they work for peace and justice for all Palestinians, not just for Christians. And so I'm, a weekly prayer partner for them. And this came across my feed this week as a prayer request. And I wanted to share it with you because it just, to me, it embodies that whole mustard seed thing. With all of, and we hear in the news, with all of the conflict, all of the problems that are going on in the Holy Land between Israel and Palestine, and with all of the oppression that's going on. I mean, Palestinians are not able to get services, to get basic medical care. Some medical professionals are being held by Israeli authorities just for being medical professionals to the Palestinian people. It is an ugly situation, and it can seem overwhelming. It can seem overwhelming, and I don't know if my little mustard seed of faith, my little mustard seed of work is going to make an impact. And then I read this. Last week, students from 8 Christian schools gathered for an ecumenical worship service at the Melkite Cathedral of the Annunciation of the Virgin, located in the old city of Jerusalem. Now this service was organized by this organization, Sabeel, and it included several different Christian denominations. And there were approximately 400 students that attended this gathering. And then the entry closes with, following a homily focused on peace and justice in Gaza, students led prayers for the region and for the world. Students led prayers for the region and for the world. And when I read that, I recognized that if these students who are living under this oppressive regime right now can bring their hope and their faith together and pray to God as one body, if they can muster that little bit of faith that they might have left, that mustard seed of faith that they have left, then maybe I can, bring my mustard seed of faith to God in my life for the issues, that I deal with in my life. that I can bring that mustard seed of faith to God when I relate and pray for my family, when I relate and pray for my church, when I relate and pray for the society in which I live, and when I relate and pray for and work for justice for the people of Palestine. All it takes is that mustard seed of faith. With just a little bit, God can do a lot. And because of that, we can have hope. Have a wonderful week, my friends. God bless.